Robbie Lawler was out of control.
This is Double Cross, the murder of Robbie Lawler.
It was going to be an all-out war with him in the middle of it.
A Crime World special investigation podcast based on my new book, Web of Betrayal, wherever you get your podcasts. 8-year-old girl dead after she was stabbed to death in her home in horrific circumstances.
Yeah.
Tried to intervene in a row between two adults and appears to have suffered a stab wound.
Yeah, I mean, it's absolutely horrendous. I mean, it's beyond belief, I suppose, when you hear these news come in. The girl, her name is Malika Al Katib. She's from County Wexford, lived all her life in County Wexford, and in a very normal part of New Ross, a nice town, and people are greeted with this sort of violent death of a child is never normal, but it's particularly horrific, I think.
So do you know when this happened and when the Gardai were alerted? Was there a call made?
There was a call made late on Sunday night, something close to midnight, probably around 11:45. Emergency services were called. The girl had suffered a stab wound. She had, as you said, she had attempted to intervene in a row that was occurring. There's obviously more details that aren't being made public, but she suffered a stab wound. There was a man at the scene. He has also suffered injuries that are described as being self-inflicted. There was a woman at the scene as well. It is believed she'd also suffered knife wounds that are not life-threatening. Both of those people were taken to hospital. And that is really where the investigation is at this point.
They're in their 30s. I suppose Gardai aren't looking for any strangers in this, or they're not looking for anybody to come forward with information about anybody seen in the area. They seem to be concentrated on these two individuals who were in the house at the time. Yeah,
I mean, obviously, I would say they are very hopeful of making an arrest, the Gardai. They have a definite line of inquiry. And that obviously that I would imagine that there will be developments in the case in the near future. It's just particularly tragic, and it's obviously sparked any
so
death.
The child was what? She would have only been in about first or second class, would she?
Yeah, she's in the local Educate Together, and they've spoken about the impact of that on the children in the school. I suppose she's in second, third class or whatever.
What do they do in those circumstances?
Well, they have management plans for these things. I think the school did describe it, but it's basically to bring in counsellors and offer that to kids, that, to speak to the kids as a group, and then offer support for individual children if they so require it, or if their parents believe they require it.
Call it, I think, a critical incident management plan.
Exactly. And it's look, I remember when I was in that age, a child in our class dying, and
Oh really?
Yeah, we didn't, he died over the summer, and we came back in and we're told it. So it's a different world now. They do have a recognition, but obviously,
I mean, those kids will see something on the news, won't they? And
they will. I mean, and they're presumably more or less from New Ross, which is, relatively small area. So it's what people are going to be talking about. A violent death like that of a child is so uncommon, and just the circumstances are bewildering. It's obviously sparked a wave of social media commentary. Some of it focusing on ethnicity and religion, but it is clear that any of the suspects were not people seeking international protection, and that isn't the case. But that has been a big focus of social media, and again, that's another dimension that the people who know this young girl will have to deal with. So again, that's just a feature of the modern world, isn't it? Rightly or wrongly.
Okay, well look, let's leave that there for the moment. And as you say, we may be expecting speedy arrest in this case, perhaps.
Yeah. I mean, I think there is it's a definite.
They actually, that's slightly wrong to say what I said. They are looking for information. They said anyone with information is asked to contact New Ross Garda Station on 051 426 030. or the Garda confidential line on 1-800-666-111. So obviously, that investigation is slightly wider than just.
Yeah, but look, I mean, they'll want, no matter what, the police, the guards need information.
Yeah.
In the run up to these things as well.
Yeah.
It's not solely a matter of looking for witnesses to the event itself. They will seek to look into all the circumstances surrounding it. All of those become relevant. The local Imam Rashid Munir has spoken about the heartbreak in the local for the local Muslim community regarding the death. He said it's a really heartbreaking thing for our community because I personally know that girl. She used to come to our Islamic centre in Waterford, a lovely child, a beautiful girl full of life and full of energy. Since this news broke, it's heartbreaking. So look, it's very, very difficult. And obviously the time of year as well, I suppose, brings, it being coming close to Christmas, it always adds a sort of poignancy for people who have young kids or, who know what sort of heartbreak is people who love her are facing.
For sure. Okay, thanks, Niall.
Thanks, Nicola.
I'm Nicola Tallant, and you're watching Crime World, a podcast about criminals, drugs, and the underworld in Ireland and across the globe. Make sure you subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications so you can be the first to watch all our latest episodes. You can also listen wherever you get your podcasts.